Joining me right now is the man with the $1 million smile, UFC light heavyweight Sam Alvey. What's going on, Sam?
Hey, doing all right, doing all right. Just training hard and getting ready for 11 days from now.
For sure, man. It's a it's a short period of time. First thing I want to get into is a UFC record you share with Cowboy Cerrone. Do you know about this record?
I do. It was very important to me, and I always like bragging. I got there 2 months faster than he got there. So uh, I just the last fight against Charles Latest, I had broken my ankle before the fight. It was I tore my everything in my ankle during that camp, and but I was buying a house, and it was the record. If I got there, I tied the record, so I couldn't pull out of the fight. And so I was set up. I was gonna break it. I was gonna get to 7, but that broken ankle is just it wasn't gonna let me do it.
Wow, that's an incredible thing. Now I want to go back to 2012, tough 16. After that season was over, you didn't get signed. What was your mentality moving forward?
It was kind of the same as always. It's just I'm worth something. I just gotta keep fighting until I get it. I had a little bit of a name behind myself because the TV show, and I was happy to step in there and to whoever wanted to fight. And the MFC, they picked me up, and I was thrilled fighting for them.
Yeah, 2 years later, you finally get signed after fighting in the MFC, and 16 fights later, we are here going into your 17th fight. What has
Yep.
driven you most throughout the years? Is it chasing the title? Is it family? Is it entertaining the fans? What is it mostly?
I just love this sport. I love what I do. I love that I get to go to Australia on 2 weeks' notice and perform in front of Actually, they're really not hostile. They're fantastic fans. But I get to perform in front of not my people, and it's just so much fun. And that's really it. Is I want to do this forever. I always joke. Dan Henderson retired when he was 46. I'd like to make it to 46 in a day, just to be able to say I did it. And if I can do it all with the UFC, I'm going to. I love what I do. I love the opportunities I'm afforded, and that's my goal.
Yeah, you've been to so many countries throughout your career: Brazil, Poland, Mexico, Canada, New Zealand. Now this is your second trip to Australia. Many
Third
would
trip.
many third trip. Okay, third trip. Many would say that, or many would consider this a fight in enemy territory. But since they speak English, does it give you a little bit more comfort?
You know what? I love wherever I go. When I fight in Mexico, they cheer for me. When I fought in Poland, they cheer for me. There's something about me. People like me, and I let it get to my head a little bit. But I'm gonna go over there. I fought there twice before, and they cheered me then. And I was fighting their Olympian. This time it's my first time in Melbourne, but I'm gonna make some fans. I promise you.
This is your first pay-per-view main card billing. It's pretty crazy to think, since you, like you mentioned, you are a fan favorite. You spent the last 5 years almost with the promotion. Did that have a little to do with taking this fight on short notice?
Actually, I didn't. I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was a pay per view when I took it. They just said, "Hey, you want to fight this guy?" I said, "Yeah, okay, let's do it." And then it was. I was actually talking to my brothers. I said, "Hey, this is what's happening," and they looked it up and said, "Sam, you're fighting on a pay per view." I said, "No shit, am I?" So then I looked it up. So, oh my God, I'm not even. It's not only a pay per view card, which I've never fought on before. I'm on the actual pay per view. If my friends and family want to watch me fight, they have to pay for it. That's never been the case before. So I'm pretty excited.
Well, I think they might be kind of a little pissed because they do have to pay for it.
You know what? I think they're almost happier than I am that they have to pay to watch me. That's it's just something I didn't know I was in for, and not now I'm so excited.
Is there a sense of relief when you take a short notice fight for you?
Uh, no, I'm always training. So I mean, for the most part, if I can always take a last minute fight, especially at 205. So I'm always training. If I have a little more time, I can get a little more specifically prepared, but I'm not going to change that much about what I'm doing. Um, I'm just going to work that hard and make sure my cardio is up and go from there. So 8 weeks or 2 weeks, it's all the same to me.
Yeah, originally you were supposed to fight on the UFC Prague card. And that was 2 weeks after UFC 234. You mentioned minor changes. What are the minor changes? Could you give us a little insight into that?
You know what? It was just I was making. I spent last weekend in Canada. I was helping my boy Chris Curtis. He was winning another title. That dude, he is just the best. He's the best there is. He went up on a week's notice, fought an ex-UFC guy up a weight class and won. I mean, dominantly won. You should have seen this fella. I like Dwyer, but it was a face-altering fight. So really, the big thing is I had to up my cardio this week. I had to really push that. I was on pace, and I'm good. I'm good for 5 rounds right now, but I like being good for 8.
Yeah, you actually have a lot of prospects at Team Quest. Do they keep you on your toes?
They do. They do. I've got my buddy Jamal. He came out for the week to make sure I've got a training partner every practice. I need one. And I'll say he's better than me. He's just not in the UFC yet. He'll get there whenever he wants to get there. And so he's out there whooping my butt. Trevor Wells is a stud. Ricky Fuhrer. Jordan Winsky is the next big thing. Tom Galicchio is still kicking, and he's going to make his run here any minute now. So we've got so much talent at the gym, and they're all better than me than something. So I get to get beat up by everyone all the time, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, your upcoming opponent is Jimmy Crute. He's a young guy, an undefeated prospect. What are your thoughts on him?
The guy's a stud. I mean, the fights he's won dominantly. He hits hard. He's almost a black belt. I mean, like almost the point. If he submits me, he's probably going to get his black belt in the octagon. He hits hard. He's 22 and in the UFC. That is saying something. When I was 22, I think I was a pro. But I really don't remember. So he's got everything in front of him, and he's got a lot of talent to get him there.
Is Crute similar to any past opponents just by looking at his fights?
I've got so many past opponents, probably. I've got over 50 fights, and he's probably like 2 or 3 of them. Hopefully I won those 2 or 3. But the big difference is I'm an old guy. When did that happen? I'm only 32, and I'm friggin' 10 years or 11 years older than him. I can't believe it. But we're going to go out there, and I guess I'll be the old guy this fight.
What kind of performance are you expecting out of yourself at UFC 234?
It's going to be good. I'm really pumped that it's pay-per-view. I have had a tendency of being a little slow in the past, just the fight style. I got a lot of power, and I like saving it up, I guess. But I don't see that being the case this time. I see this pay-per-view. The pay-per-view is getting to me. I'm so excited for this. And it's my first shot. Hopefully, I never fight on anything but pay-per-views for the rest of my career. And it can start. On the 9th. I'm going to go out there and just win. I'm going to win, and it's going to be impressive.
Yeah, it is a incredible opportunity for you. I'm excited for you. I'm pretty sure so many people, when they heard this fight get put together, they were like, "Whoa, Sam is getting his shot to kind of like show the world, who he really is," and it's great to see. Now, you're gonna go, like you said, this is your 3rd trip, right, to Australia. Anything you going to do that you missed out on your first 2 trips while you're there?
Apparently there's an island off the coast of Melbourne that has penguins on it, so I'm gonna go see those penguins.
Awesome, man. February 9th, UFC 234. Sam Alvey takes on Jimmy Crute, Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, Sam, for your time, and good luck on your fight, man.
Hey, you're very welcome, and thank you so much for taking your time to talk with me. I appreciate the luck, and I'll use all of it.